This is a game called Argonus and the Gods of Stone from Zojoi, I think is the name of the developer. They're a US-based developer. They sent me over a key to check this out today, and I'm very grateful for that. It's kind of a puzzle adventure game based around Greek mythology. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty new. It's a game that I've not seen really many people talk about. I've not seen many people actually many previews of it online or anything. So it could be a nice surprise. We can hope, right? Let's see what it's got to offer us. 1270 BC on Isle of Crete, Argonus is born to the shipbuilder Argus and his wife Talia.
My name is Calliope, daughter of the sky god Zeus, and muse of much renown. Sit here, at my perfumed feet, as my poem unfolds before you. An epic that springs from the depths of the sea and finds its end upon strange shores. For this is your story, the story of Argonus, son of Argus the shipbuilder and friend to Jason the hero. Our tale begins like many a sailor's story before it, with tragedy and a lilting song that carries from one dark wave to the next.
1242 BC. So your character is obviously a friend of Jason the Argonauts, right? Off the shore of an uncharted isle. It sounded like the ship crashed, right? We're below the surface.
Awaken.
Hello, son. Wait, is that the crash ship on our left? Yep, it looks like it's a crash ship. Hello? So don't forget your bag, mate. Bag, was it like a satchel?
Book 1. The Blight.
Okay. Interesting. So this has got to be our... Wait. What's it say? H in the corner. Ah! Controls. So, yellow... You got a yellow thing, means examine it with the left mouse button, so like that, right? If it's a hand, left button... Wait, it says right button take, right button interact. I think I bet one of those is wrong. Probably one of them is left button, one's right button, right take and interact. Use object on satchel. Hang on, we got satchel. This is the bag we just picked up. That's probably your inventory, right? Empty. Okay. Map. Okay, hand drawn map. That's obviously where we are at the beach.
May these words recount the strange toils of Argonus, chronicler and maker of maps, washed up on strange shores and awakened by the voice of a goddess. What brought me thus, kneeling upon white sands? 'Twas a fell song, carried from one wave to the next, until it met the faithful Argo and pulled her deep, shattering both bow and stern. Now she lies broken amongst sharp rocks, never again to bring men to great adventure. Oh, and what adventures! All that could have been and now will never be. They are as foam upon pounding surf. The fickle gods, the very ones to whom this sailor offered tribute, have scorned us, forsaken us without rebuke or counsel. They have cast me upon bedeviled sod, and set horrors before my eyes. My brethren, the fabled Argonauts, are no more. Men I supped with just a day hence, are now naught but pallid and sorcelled stone, to be ravaged by wind and storm. Indeed, I am a man of many sorrows, but shall I not press onward? For good or ill? Mayhap the blight that has taken these brave men has not overcome all. Though my body's weary, my brow feverish, I shall not abandon them. So says Argonus, son of the shipbuilder Argus.
Okay, interesting. Hand-drawn. I like the hand-drawn maps, though. Okay, that was our map. Oh, hello. We got feet! Yes! You know, normally the first thing you do in a first-person game is look down. Do you have feet? And we can't jump, but we got feet. Right, so this is obviously our ship, right?
'Tis the faithful Argo, her weathered hull rent, her stalwart crew scattered, dead or lost to the endless sea. A faint melody can be heard as the sea wind blows past her figurehead.
The first time you've heard of it, Final God? Yeah, I'm not. I think there's probably a lot of folks would probably say that. And you like the artwork? Yes. I mean, it's definitely rare for first-person games, especially like Uplay. Not Uplay. I mean Unity games.
Acastus, the son of King Peleus and a lifelong consort, reaches in vain, his sun-baked flesh now that of ashen stone. This statue, if it could be called thus, is that of Hylas, a man whose hands brought ore to water not but a day ago.
So basically, the ship's obviously crashed. We're like the son of a shipbuilder, friend of Jason, Jason of the Argonauts fame. Our ship sunk. We kind of got brought alive by a goddess, I think he said, and everyone else that seemed to have got off this boat. They've all turned to stone, right? What the hell?
A frozen scream is etched upon the face of bewitched Typhus, helmsman of the Argo. Never again shall he foretell the rising of black waves.
Is that like Poseidon's trident? I do like the look of it, so talk to the owl. We're gonna talk to the owl. You like the artwork? Yes, it looks very neat. I like the setting. I do like the setting. So we can look at the statue as well. What about it?
This owl seems unaware of its preternatural perch, and unconcerned with the plight of a shipwrecked sailor. This owl seems unaware of its preternatural perch.
He doesn't really want to talk
and
to us.
unconcerned with the plight of a shipwrecked sailor.
I'm guessing maybe that way is where we're going to be going. Hang on. Whoa.
This isle is littered with such debris, broken reminders of man's folly.
We can pick up a stick!
This isle is littered with such debris.
Yes!
Broken reminders of man's folly.
Right, we got a stick.
More than a piece of driftwood, this plank was once surely bound to a mighty ship.
So if you hit E button to bring up our so there we go. So we got two pieces of wood. Right. There's a couple more over there, right? It's a sheep.
This wild sheep appears interested in nothing more than the grasses that grow upon this beach. The sea has made it difficult to discern whether this plank is pine, cypress, or oak.
Alright, so we picked up 3 bits of wood and we've had like the three different pieces of speech for each of them, right? Are we getting a 4th?
This splintered plank
Yep.
is no doubt a victim of the sharp rocks that encircle this isle. The chalky fleece of this yew is wanting for a shearer's work.
So we picked up 4 pieces of wood and each one had a different commentary. That was kind of cool. Okay, who was talking this? It's just it's a commentator. Someone's like talking over the top of us, right? We got a narrator. I don't know who it is, sir, but I do recognise her voice, Elsewhere. I don't know where from, but I do recognise her voice, and I'm pretty sure it's not a building game. Do we have We do have some controls. Look, so We got walk. You got normal move keys. We got a use key, an examine key, a run key, and a map key. Right. So there's no like. It seems pretty straightforward. The controls. There's no building buttons or. What's that?
Light glints off this strange carved stone, half buried in the sand.
What is that?
The odd shape of this blue-grey stone gives nary a hint of its purpose.
Okay, we got a stone.
This isle is littered with such debris, broken reminders of man's folly. Her planks broken and her floorboards shattered. This skiff offers naught but harbour to small fish.
Boobs. Boobs. Look. Stone boobs.
This statue is of Amphitrite, queen of the sea. Sadly, the goddess did little to hinder the decimation that litters these rocky shallows.
Goddess of the sea. Wait, is this kid got a knife? He's got a knife.
No craftsman could sculpt a child so lifelike, nor create that which now stands lifeless. The death that haunts this isle did not spare even a child from its sorcerous wrath. Abundant with boughs of leaves, this mosaic appears to be made of limestone, and thus surprisingly light. Full leaves, like those found on apple or fig trees, are painstakingly inlaid into this rough piece of limestone. The water that flows from these rocks would keep even the most stalwart from discerning what lies beyond.
Where does the water go? I don't mean to be picky, but yeah, there's a big waterfall. There's a lot of water coming over the edge there. Where's it going? I guess there's a big hole in the floor there that it's sinking into, right? Magic, man. Magic. Okay. I think it's an adventure puzzle game. I think it's kind of like an adventure, but it's got puzzle elements, Elswin, so that would explain, like, you know, things like this, right? I mean, this could be like a piece of a puzzle, you know what I mean?
Like those found on apple or fig trees, are painstakingly inlaid into this rough piece of limestone.
Oh, but another bit of wood. Was that 5 bits of wood? I wonder how much we can put in our satchel, because,
The chalky fleece of this yew is wanting for a shearer's work.
So stuff you can interact with, you get a little circle around it, so we can go that way. Let's have a look at the rest of the beach down here. Oh, there's another wood!
Driftwood or not, this length of wood may yet serve a purpose.
I wonder how many pieces of wood we can carry. 7! We're doing alright. We're doing alright with our wood. We got 7 pieces of wood. We can actually build something. I don't know what we're going to build, but we can build something. It kind of makes me want to... The way that it kind of presents the items, like when you get close to something, you get a little circle pop up. It makes you want to walk near everything just to see if a circle pops up, right? If you see what the distance is, when we get to this guy, see how close you got to get before the thing pops up, right? Like here, this sort of distance, you see the little grey circles pop up around them. I like the fact that there's no UI at all. You know, obviously you got the little tells you can interact when you get close to something, but from a distance you can just sit there and check the place out. You got nothing cluttering your screen. Ah, look, is that 8? Oh yeah. You wouldn't know. Oh my god.
This rotten timber is too small to be a yard for the mast.
There's a crab! Can we pick him up? Can we tread on him? Hey, Krabby! There's another one. Look, it looks like he's stuck walking against a stone. Can we kind of nudge him out of the way? Do you think that's Mama? This is like baby crab. That's Mama crab over there, right? Look at him. He's stuck. I think he's stuck.
While man may have birthed this massive sculpture from the Isle's bedrock, deep waters now embrace it as their own.
Around there, we can look at that, the big statue over there. Oh! I think that's 9, right? 9, yeah, okay. 9 sticks.
This statue would appear newly struck, as the salt of the sea has yet to assail its stone.
So there's a fisherman with his dog.
This hound was not spared the fate that befell the other inhabitants of this isle.
So everyone on this island is turned to stone. Wait, what's that mean?
'Tis naught but a fisherman's net, set so the west winds can reach its sodden threads.
I thought it was a time. Well, when in the intro we saw that thing, we saw this thing walking across the water behind us, and it came to rest there. The big statue at the back. The big back statue.
An impossible horse with snow white,
Pegasus.
whether spooked or merely provoked. The stallion launches itself from the cliffside, before mighty wings carry it far above the
Yes.
awestruck sailor below.
Pegasus! Come back! We could use you as a mount. Come back.
The bell-shaped flowers of this mandragora are common throughout the Isles of Greece.
Oh my god, you can pick flowers. You know you're going to need them for something, right? You're going to need to pick flowers. I guess coming up here will let us look at this thing. Inspect this. Yeah, look, it's just coming to an end.
Nearly 200 men high, the massive bronze soldier stands silent, enthralled by the euphonious song rising from below. Though salty mists shroud their form, there is no denying the women upon the rocks. Or even from here, the lure of the siren's song is strong.
It's a siren, it's a mermaid on the rock down there. We gotta go over there. We gotta try to get over there and meet them, say hi to the mermaid. But she's just chilling there on the rock. Please let me go say hi.
This statue is of Minos, the king of Crete and son of Zeus and Europa. A semblance of Pasiphae, the immortal daughter of the sun god Helios, guards the entrance into this mountain. Massive stone doors are cradled by the sheer cliff face.
Alright. Looks like we can't get down there from up here. Looking down there, there's no path coming from the right or the left, so you probably got to come from inside there or something. Well, poop. I wanted to go down there and speak to the siren. I don't mind getting taken away into the sea. Hello, Miss Canella. All right, let's go. Let's move on a little bit. What do we got? We got 9 sticks, 1.
The odd shape of this blue-grey stone gives nary a hint of its purpose.
And we got a flower.
The bell-shaped flowers have full leaves, like those found on apple or fig trees, are painstakingly inlaid into this rough piece of limestone. 'Tis Palamonius, son of Olenane Lernus, whose bodily frame and valor no man could match.
Hello, Dragonheart. Well, I'm getting a door to a labyrinth, probably. It's probably going to be something really, really cool in there if we get to go in there. Alright, so we can carry on going up the hill. Oh, hello. I thought it was a mountain, but nope, it's a statue head.
The head of a once giant stone statue lies half hidden in tall grass and underbrush.
I mean, that kind of crept up on me there. How did I not see that going past it? Yeah, I think we can come up this way. Work it up to the top. Let's see what's over here first, right? Hey, look right up his nostril. If that would have been a real giant, you might have seen dried up boogers. But because it's stone, you know. Shades of mistake. What tags does this game have? I don't think so. I don't think it's scary. It's like an adventure sort of a puzzle title based on Greek mythology. Miss Candela. So your character's named Argonus. You're a friend of Jason. From
An unseen hand forces Argonus from his feet and into a dense thicket skirting the stone path. A soothing voice murmurs in his ear as the sailor witnesses the passage of things only spoken of in tall tales, and even then, in whispers.
Be quiet for but a moment,
the voice counsels. Once the otherworldly creatures fade from sight, Argonus pulls himself from the dust and gazes skyward. Before him, held aloft, is a handsome woman, replete with glory and power. How many times must fair Athena save one man? The immortal asks, her head tilted with uncommon grace, her eyes soft. Before words can form on Argonus's lips, she continues. "'Tis not a query to be answered so readily, sailor of the Argo. Shadows gather," she says. "There is a blight upon this isle. Have you not seen its handiwork? The flesh of your companions no longer flesh. Their bones, that of the earth." The woman's eyes drop. "I fear my own hand may have set these dire events into motion. For this, I will make amends. But know well, many of your brethren yet live, for I have seen them with my own eyes.
Ooh.
Find them, Argonus of Crete, and as I did for your father before you, I shall provide a boat and passage from this isle. You have the word of fair Athena." Not a heartbeat later, the goddess is gone, and breath gladly returns to the sailor's lungs.
Okay, that's interesting. What's that do? Are these less serpent, snake type creatures went past us? So she obviously hid us away while they went past, right?
The statue is certainly that of the hero, Oileus, peerless in courage and strong in spirit. 'Tis Phalurus of the Ashen Spear. His father, great Alcon, shall never again welcome home his prodigal son.
Hang on, let me just see if we can see him around the corner. Where'd they go? I guess they might have gone up there. Oh, they're up here. Okay. So down there is where we started. So up here is where we're going. Athena's where we saw Athena, right?
Blessed are those who chance upon this manuscript, only to marvel, perhaps in disbelief, that a goddess appeared, let alone spoke, to a simple sailor.
I don't know.
Whether for grandiosity or merciful boon, fair Athena has once again brought me from certain harm. Yet this time it was not from deep water's grasp that she pulled a drowning man. This peril moved quickly, set high upon slithering tails. 'Tis true, for I have beheld such. And what wisdom flowed from the lips of the goddess, parting to mortal man? Admonishment? Pity? No, naught but hope. Upon each honeyed word I clung, drawn to them as a moth to a distant light within a dark wood. Then a covenant was struck between fair Athena and this sailor. Find my stalwart companions, those who yet live and are scattered upon these shores. And though horrors surely await, she will lead us down gentle paths to a waiting boat and safe passage from this isle.
Not yet, Miss Kendall. I'm guessing there probably will be. Steam kind of implies that there are, but we haven't seen any yet. But I'm kind of... So yeah, so there's two ways we can put it. We could up to the right, up here, and comes up here somewhere. There's the head we went past. We'll continue seeing what's to the left first, then we'll come back and go that way. I wish the voices were a bit better normalized. 'Cause like when you look at a map like that, your character's speaking when you click on the map, and his voice is a lot quieter than
the statue
her voice.
Is certainly that of the hero, Oileus, peerless in courage and strong in spirit.
So we got blood trails. Yeah, I figured this way here was probably the way that's going to be the shorter way, the dead end, because the path was going the other way, right?
Thank you for the reason.
Gimbal!
Longest running sub for me.
28 months of Ronies. Gimbal, that's a lot. That's a long time, yes. And thank you, Gimbal. 28 months of the bard. Whoa, what is that at the back? Freaking big serpent with multiple heads. Whoa, what a...
No doubt struck by the hand of an Argonaut, the head of the Hydra lies lifeless.
Just one of the
its
heads.
flesh still warm to the touch.
Right, so you see that icon there? I can interact with this. I can pick up an icon and actually interact with this, right? When you got that icon, I think it says use object on, so I can actually use an object out of here on that. So I don't know what I could use on it. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can't put a bit of wood on it, but so there is some sort of stuff like that in it. So we got a Hydra head we can interact with and put an object on.
Hail strong Emotes, the son of Iris, skilled in the seer's art of seeing between the mortal coil and the dark veil beyond.
Yeah, but we're probably about 25 minutes in, Miss Candela. We've not really done much yet.
Paul Canthus, son of Abas. Never was there a sailor more eager to quest or raise weapons against a common foe. It is said that he was granted an enchanted weapon from Ares himself. Calais was a welcome comrade and could fashion ships to make trial of the seas with heavy oars.
I do. I got 9 bits of wood. A crystal, a flower, and some mosaic piece.
Taenarus has lost a great son in Euphemus. He was the most swift-footed of men, and was wont to skim the swell of endless seas.
Round just to the left there is where we had that the big door, right, that we couldn't... We tried to figure out how to get to. You can't get to it from this way.
Taenarus has lost a great son in Euphemus.
Oops.
He was the visage of strong Asterius, son of Hipparasius, who stood 200 of men against the Gagenes on the land of the Doliones. If not for its stone plight, this Methosian Hydra is like the one said to have been brought low by Heracles during his 12 labours.
Yeah, you see where the head was chopped off on. Interesting. I wonder what you got to use on the head though, because if you notice here, this is obviously all turned to stone, but the head that was cut off has not been turned to stone, right? This is not stone. So when it says on the thing here, right, it says like here, like use object on, drag object, right? So if you want to drag, I guess it means like this, right? You drag and drop it on it or something?
No doubt struck by the hand of an Argonaut, the head of the Hydra lies lifeless.
I'm
Its
pretty sure I haven't
flesh
got the item to put
still
on it yet.
warm to the touch.
Right. So up that way we got to find something to stab in the head of the Hydra for something. I mean, I'm sure maybe once we pick up a certain item, it might kind of be become obvious. It's to stab the head with. Well, I mean, it only came out a couple of hours ago, right? Let's go on. But as I was saying at the start, it's like this is a game that I've not really seen. I've not really seen many people mention it. It's kind of just appeared on Steam a while ago. I've been kind of following it a bit, but it's not seen any like these normal gaming outlets write about it or preview it or anything. So it's gonna be a bit of a mystery.
Long, twisted necks adorn the pitted surface of this stone tablet.
We got another piece of broken tablet. Got two now, right?
The creature depicted on this mosaic has multiple heads and a scaled hide.
So that's kind of like a part of a tablet for the Hydra, like a Hydra we got back there. Yeah, there was probably people that were testing it, I guess. I mean, I imagine there are probably people testing it, like beta testing it or something like that. But when the game normally comes out and you see people with like playtimes of that high on day of release, they're probably playtesters or people that have had beta, beta.
This child was not struck down by mortal ills, but surely by something that is beyond this world.
Look on her face.
This young woman, most likely a temple worshipper, seems to have been frozen in time.
We're coming up behind the waterfall. Alright, no, we can't go that way then, so because of the waterfall. Oh look. We're gonna use an object on that. Oh, hang on, so
this grotesque statue is that of Honorable Castor, skilled to guide swift-footed steeds. Finding a trinket such as this upon these shores, let alone within the boughs of this tree, must surely be a portent.
right, so we've probably got to get that, right? We kind of nudge it with a stick. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you interact with it. It says drag, right? So I'm guessing it's drag like that. I don't know. Is that what it means? Yeah, so drag the objects. Drag the object on. So the left button shows you what it is. The left column, the right column is how to interact with it. So you got to use an object on that, and to use it, you got to drag object onto it, right? So we got something we got to use on this to get whatever this is.
Finding a trinket such as this upon these shores,
trinket off of
let alone within
tree.
the boughs of this tree, must surely be a portent.
And we got something to use on the Hydra at the other side. We can't go up there. So we did get like we've got like part of a
The creature depicted on this mosaic has multiple heads and a scaled hide.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to put a part of a tablet on the Hydra to do something, but you never know, right? Who knows? Unless it's something we've missed picking up. Which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's not until you get right on top of something you can see you can pick it up. I just wish I knew for sure how the use object worked. Oh. Oh. Wait, is that his eyeball? Is that going to be like a doorway?
While it appears to be chiseled from the same rock, This stone is set apart from the great statue that cradles it.
Now I reckon you got to put that trinket in this thing here, maybe.
Small ticks, like droplets of water, emanate from within this stone pedestal.
Or maybe it's for this. Ah, okay, so when you drag something over it's the right item, it highlights. Right, now we've seen what it's supposed to do.
The stone drops neatly into the groove, and the great eye slowly moves, revealing a hidden passageway.
We take it back, and the door stays open. Yes! Okay, so now we know how it works, right? How's the interface? Do you feel it's smooth? It seems quite nice. I mean, it seems to work quite well. I mean, it's simple, but it does what it's supposed to do. Does what it needs to do, I should say. Yeah, so when you click something over it, if it's the right thing, it will highlight when you hover over it, right? Then you let go of the button, right? Right, we're gonna climb into the statue's eyeball. Whoa. Ooh. Like a big temple or something. Oh, okay, it's not a waterfall, it's fish. Okay, so it's not a waterfall, it's fish spitting out water over the edge.
An intricate carving of a fish betrays which god inhabits the temple beyond. This carving is assuredly the work of a master craftsman.
As when we're walking up the steps or down the bottom, it's like that's the steps to go down, right? Interesting.
This woman was no doubt on her way to pay tribute within the temple. Her last moments of horror remain etched upon her face.
You think you might like it? I mean, it's looking quite interesting. It's still real early though, but I mean, it's kind of like I'm kind of into Greek mythology, which is why I kind of wanted to take a look at it because it's it's the owl. That's the owl we saw on the beach. Oh look. Oh.
Ancient tome in hand. This priest was caught unawares, and is now made of the same stone as the carved god behind him. While this woman was surely an attendant of the temple, she shall never again set evening lamps alight.
She's running, scared for her life.
Even the pious have not been spared the bewitchment that has befallen this isle. This vase, portraying Poseidon and a merhorse, may have once held water or oil. At the moment, however, it holds neither.
Okay.
Colourful tiles create an exquisite depiction of the sea god ruling his realm.
There he is.
Unlike the unearthly statuary that inhabit this isle, this towering statue of Poseidon shows the workmanship of a master sculptor's hand.
So we can use something on that. So we can interact with the statue. Oh. Oh.
This stone is bereft of markings, offering no explanation for the small depression set into its surface. The yellow light it emits is curious.
And I just drag everything on it. I mean, obviously it's not going to be one of these, but you know, you gotta drag it, right? Because you never know. That's gonna be. That might open up a doorway or something. I wonder if that there stops the waterfall or something. All right. Can we click on these? Oh, we can.
Painstakingly carved by the pious, reliefs such as this can be found in any temple from here to Lurcia. Unencumbered by the burdens of man, this mosaic depicts the gods both at war and at rest. Deep waters, lavished with mermen and gods, are etched into this mosaic.
Yeah, yeah, you can see the achievements in game as well. It's like a menu in the game showing you the achievements. Oh, I'm guessing this one here, find all the broken pieces of the wrecked ship. That must be the wood. So I've picking up bits of wood, and that's probably what that one is, I reckon. I like the mosaics though. I mean, it looks really cool. Right, let's, do you have anything to interact with the statue with? Probably not, right? No, we don't. Where's the owl? The owl's up there, look.
It is surprising to see an owl this white upon an isle such as this.
Alright, so we got more objects to find then, right? I mean, since coming in this section, when we come through the secret entrance, we've not picked up a single thing since coming in here. Right? We haven't picked anything up, but we've looked at some stuff. We've not found anything. There's got to be something in here that we can use outside. There has to be, because there's nothing. The items we got outside to come in here with you can't use them in here, right? Temple of Poseidon is pretty impressive in Marinci. Yeah, I bet it is. Oh, hang on, look. That wasn't there last time. Fuck off. That wasn't on there.
The shape of this stone tablet, embellished with detailed illustrations, would indicate that it is incomplete.
That was not on the bench. It definitely was not on the bench.
Girded skeletons, ready for battle, are skillfully represented on this broken tablet.
Athena's here. It's obviously watching over us, right? Almost hidden, being exposed and everything like that. It's probably the owl is probably following us, like as her eyes, right? As her eyes.
Unlike the unearthly statuary that inhabit this isle, this towering statue of Poseidon shows the workmanship of a master sculptor's hand.
Of course, with any game like this, everything you find, you try clicking it on everything, right? Because that's how these games work, right? Just keep clicking on everything on everything, and sooner or later you'll find the right match. Hello, Jalapeno. Yes, Jalapeno. Unfortunately, I think it's like repeat sequences. If someone posts a repeat sequence like over 10 times, or if you post the same emote like 10 times in a row, it's marked as spam. And you know, if you look at it in chat, it does look like spam. So yeah, that's all it is. And I think it's done. It's something that the bot just does automatically. It's on the channel. It's the bot. It's something on the bot. Anti-spam on the bot. I put that there a few years ago. When we had lots of like kiddies coming in spamming emotes, and it stopped them from doing that. Emotes are great, but I don't want to see like 50 emotes in a row. I don't want to see that. Unfortunately, I don't want to see that. I mean, it's not so bad once in a while, but as I said, that was set up when there was a lot of kiddies spamming, and it was the only way. It was the easiest way to stop them, if you know what I mean. Emotes are great, yes, Miss Candela, but when you have the same emote 20 times and stuff, it's not. as great. If you know what I mean. I mean, I know how much it recognised because I set it up. I think I set it up to eight as sequences. I think is what I set it up as. So I set it up myself.
The lovely purple colour of this flower conceals its poisonous nature.
I mean, you can sit there and put down like 15, 20 different emotes in a row, and that's fine. But when you put the same emote again and again, or the same repeated pattern, like the same 2 emotes again and again, that's you know. That sort of stuff is what triggers it. Repetition is what triggers it, not emotes as such. So I picked up another flower. There's obviously something we must have missed, right? There's probably something somewhere we can pick up, but as I said, the items you pick up, you don't really see them until you step on top of them almost. You got to walk around like almost every inch of the area, just looking on the floor and stuff, seeing if there's something you can pick up. Because it's not clear what you're looking for, and there's not really anything telling you. But you'll see it when you get near it, right? So that flower, we walked near that flower, and you had the icon to pick it up. Coming in, I didn't see it, but going out, we saw it. There could be anything like that out here, right? So you gotta watch over. I don't think we haven't picked up anything new really, apart from a flower. So I don't think we've got anything to use on the Hydra. I don't think we've got anything to use on here. But all we got is a flower. That's not obviously going to do it. It's not going to be a piece of mosaic. So I haven't found that yet. Language, what? Because I said a bad word in 2015? Oh my god. But Jalapeno, feel free to test if you like. I mean, the bot won't ban you. It just kind of like times out the action to make it disappear from chat. I think it's set up so subs are exempt. And as I said, it's like an anti-spam measure for just randoms that just come in a channel spamming, which they do. I've not really had that problem here for a while. Like at least about a year or 2 years since we've had that issue here. I've not really had that problem here for quite a while, but there was definitely a reason it was set up, why it was set up when it was. But it's one of those things you set up at the spur of a moment, right? And then you don't think about it again. Put an SR bot on your channel and you'll probably attract those types. I don't know what an SR bot is. It depends on the game. I mean, it depends on the game type. I mean, if you play the sort of games that a lot of these like people play, then oh look, we can get a spear. Then you're more likely to see it, right?
This Wayfarer's spear is both a formidable weapon and a sailor's crutch.
Maybe we can use that on the Hydra. Oh, song request bar. Okay. Yeah, we only use song requests every now and again. I reckon we might be able to use that on the Hydra, maybe. I mean, it seems like it might be a logical thing to use, right? No. It wasn't. But I'm sure it can be used for something. Oh, the trinket, yes. Elswin, the trinket. That would make sense. And the trinket we can probably use on the thing in the room where where Poseidon is, I reckon. Right, so everything to the left of where we are, or behind us now, we've looked everywhere, I think. There might still be stuff on the beach we missed. We'll go get the stick up there first. Because you look at the circle, right? That's the interaction circle. I think some of them probably only show at certain angles. Because when we just picked that flower up and that spear, I didn't see them last time. But maybe you just got to look at it at a different angle. You checking out doing back-to-backs? Yeah, I think it's patterns, as I said. I think it checks patterns. Oh, I mean, the last two you did were fine. I mean, it didn't have a problem with those because there wasn't as many as before. I think it's just the number of times it happened. The first time you did it, there was twice as many in that one line, and that's what triggered it. Right, okay.
Using the broken spear, Argonus plucks the necklace from its roost before laying it about his neck.
It's got like a bell on it.
This necklace is not unlike one that was worn by Peleus, the son of the great sea god himself.
It's got like a trident, so I'm guessing that's going to be used in his thing. Maybe we got to put it on his neck, put it around the statue's neck, maybe? That might make sense. There's nothing on this bit. If there's still stuff for us to find, it'll be down on the beach. Let's just have one little look around while we're down, just to make sure. We can have a little route around on the beach just to be sure there's nothing that we didn't see. Hopefully we don't run into those serpents again. Hello, Red Dog. It looks peaceful. Crabby. Polo Dog. Turn to stone. Polo Dog. Polo Doggy. I think as Zojai's game, you almost don't see them. I mean, when was up there? There's fallen over head, statue of a head. I walked past it without realizing it was a head. It was only when I went back, turned back around, it's like, holy shit, it's a head.
The chalky fleece of this ewe is wanting for a shearer's work.
I'm just doubly making sure there's nothing here right before we go back up. Just to be safe. It's a sheep. There's two little sheeps, look. Two little sheeps. But yeah, I reckon you might be, once you do the thing up in the temple, you might turn the water off on the statues, and then maybe you can actually go through under here. As an opening might open up there, I reckon, once you've done that. That's what my puzzle brain is telling me should happen, right? Is like, when you do that, up top, the fish will stop spurting that water, this will open up, and you can go in there. That is what I'm thinking. And I'm often wrong, but I think this time that's what it's going to be. I just feel it. Right? Yeah, there's nothing else here. It makes sense, for sure. Alright. Sheep pigs! Just a few weeks ago, you had a black bear show up at the town hall right in the middle of town. Well, did he want tea? Did he come for tea? Did you give him tea? Yeah, because I reckon I want you to do whatever the puzzle is near. These waters will turn off, and we can go underneath where it's dropping below, I think. But I reckon you got to put that necklace maybe around the neck of the statue. Well, I don't know how you'd get it there. I mean, how would you get it there? I mean, where I put it? Throw it?
Removing the necklace, Argonus holds it before the statue, praying silently that Poseidon recognizes it and grants audience to a weary wayfarer. The great sea god does not disappoint. Within seconds, marble shudders, foundations shake, and the heart of Argonus is quickened. The Lord of all waters speaks.
Who would call upon Poseidon, only to be found wanting of tribute or song?
Poseidon stretches forth his arm.
Where are my consorts and vassals? Look about you. You may seek them, but they will not be found. They have deserted me, forsaken me in this darkest of hours. And who has set loose the scourge that you have borne witness? Athena's puppet, the son of Danae and Zeus himself.
The sea god pauses for a moment, taking measure of the sailor before him.
Yet, even so, my anger is not fit to be laid upon the shoulders of my bondservants, let alone set upon one whose necklace bears my mark. Leave me to my grief and seek me no more. I have opened a way for you. Take it if you wish, or abandon it. It matters little.
The statue of the sea god turns his gaze away from the sailor and speaks no more.
Well, shit. Yeah, the water stopped. I knew it! Let's do something you can obviously do over here. And we got one more item since we was here last. Let's try to use it on now. I don't think it's going to work, but hey, we can... You might as well try it while you're here, right? Because you never know, right? I mean... You tried a new... What is... Oh, that was the... Alright. So let's do something up here we can use. And we still got something to use on the Hydra's head.